A fiery victory out in Eagle. The Devils take home a big win against Summit High. Also, we get the scoop on how this team is feeling about their season following the game. Not only that, but how about Battle Mountain football looking for their first win this season? We meet the football team before their big game against 0-2 Aspen Skiers. And finally, a new team is here. We talk to the Battle Mountain softball coach on what this new program means to them. It's all coming up right now on the Scoreboard. Hey everyone, welcome into the Scoreboard. I'm your host, Blake O'Ruling. We've got a jam-packed show for you today. First off, we're going to be going over to Eagle Valley, where their volleyball team is still undefeated and they are having quite the league so far. They're first place in league right now. We're going to be talking to them in just a little bit. Also, we have Battle Mountain. We're going to be talking to their football team a little bit about their up-and-coming game against another winless team in the Aspen Skiers. That's going to be an away game, but we're going to talk to them just a little bit before. Mark Sassy's going to be joining us for that one. And then also speaking of Battle Mountain, we've got their softball team who is off to their first season as a program and not off to the best start, but it's something to look forward to for years to come. That's all coming up right now on the Scoreboard. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, they were 2-3 to start the season, but after a 4-game win streak, the Eagle Valley volleyball team is now the #1 team in 4A in their league, and they are continuing to dominate as the season goes on. We actually caught up with a couple of players following a game earlier this week.
Hello everyone, this is the Scoreboard. We are here at Eagle Valley High School after the volleyball game against Summit High School. CJ, can you tell the audience what happened here tonight?
Tonight we put up a competitive match again against the Summit Tigers. And we won. Yeah.
How many sets did you win?
3.
I always do that. How many sets did you lose?
None.
0.
CJ, you hurt your ankle in the first set. How is it feeling right now?
It's a little sore, but nothing a little ice and Advil won't fix.
Yeah, it looked like you went right back on for set 2, so you're feeling okay. How are you guys feeling about the big tournament on Friday for you guys?
Super excited. It's a lot of really good competition. Of course, leaving here to go play Front Range schools is huge, and a lot of bigger schools. We're playing 5A. So that's awesome. It's really good competition.
Oh, that'll be really exciting. This isn't your first tournament you guys have played in this year, right?
No, this will be our second, and then we did a scrimmage before that.
That's very fun. The previous tournament was a bit of a difficult one, also on the Front Range?
Yes.
Natalie, you're a libero for the team, correct? What is that like, being a defensive powerhouse?
Well, it's a difficult position, I'll tell you that. But it's fun being a part of this team and, just playing.
Have you always been a libero when you played?
Actually, no. Freshman year, I was an outside hitter.
Oh, really?
So very different.
Yeah. Is this the first year you've had to play the position?
No, this is my third year, yes.
Very, very cool. And how long have you been playing volleyball for?
Since 6th grade.
Very fun, very fun. And CJ, how long have you been playing volleyball for?
Since 3rd grade, so a really long time.
Could each of you just say one person in your life that has really helped motivate yourself to achieve high goals in volleyball?
I'd say my family, just because, there's some times when you play a sport, you have a bad day, you feel like quitting sometimes. They really push me to my limit.
Okay, so specifically, I don't really think I could pick one person, but my parents both have been super supportive through the whole process, and they're always my stronghold.
Thank you. You guys are undefeated in your league so far. Do you guys feel like you can win the whole thing?
I think it's going to be super competitive up until the end, but we're hopeful that that's the position we're putting ourselves into, and that's what we're trying to prepare for.
Who do you think is your toughest competition, Natalie?
Well, we thought it was Palisade, but I guess not.
It's kind of all over the place. A lot of these teams are younger, coming up just like we are. So it's a pretty competitive league. Everybody's been challenging so far. We still have to play Glenwood.
That'll be a tough one. Yeah, how was Steamboat on, what was it, Monday? Saturday? Yeah, how was that game? Were they very competitive?
They were competitive. Definitely at the beginning we were struggling with a couple of things, and we started, of course, making adjustments, and that's the biggest part of our game is really how can we adjust, and we ended up making those adjustments, and we were able to pull out with the win in 3.
Very, very fun. And what were some of the things Coach or you guys worked on specifically in practice? Was there anything that you guys were struggling with earlier in the season that you're sort of working on coming into this game?
Yeah, one of the biggest things that we've been working on is dig or die. So it's every ball has to be up or get a touch on it before it can hit the floor.
Or else scores are back to 0.
So that's a really competitive defensive drill.
Very, very fun. Well, you guys played very great defense tonight. They didn't get basically anything easy on you guys, so it was very, very well done defensively and offensively. All around, a great showing by our Eagle Valley High School Devils. Thank you very much, ladies. I really appreciate it. Hello, everyone. This is the Scoreboard. We are here with Coach Garvey of the Eagle Valley Devils after their big win against Summit tonight. Coach Garvey, how did you feel your girls played tonight?
You know, I think it was a night where we struggled a little bit, and really proud of their resiliency. Summit did a great job. They're much improved over the last season. So hats off to their coaching staff and players for kind of recovering their program. It was good to see, and it was good to have a challenge. But couldn't be more proud of the girls for coming in. You know, this is probably one of our third set in a row where we've had to come from behind. And to be able to do it and not force another set says a lot about them.
Oh, for sure. Being able to close out that last set was extremely heartwarming, and to me personally. But this is your third win in a row. How do you feel you guys are playing overall this season?
Good. You know, we dealt with some illness early on, and we're missing some players, and so just trying to get our groove again of getting everybody in there, and we're experimenting with some lineups to try and find out what's best for us. And we're fortunate to be really deep this year. You know, we've had a lot of girls come into the game and play some different roles, and it might be serve and it might be defense, but it's just been great to be able to do that. And I think that's a tribute to the way they treat each other as teammates and the way they respect each other, that they trust me to put whoever's on the floor. So it makes things easy on my part.
Oh, for sure. And you are undefeated in your league so far this season. Do you guys feel that you guys can win the league overall this year?
Yeah, you know, we haven't seen Battle Mountain and Glenwood yet. So I think that's the next step, is to see those two teams. We see them both next week. So, you know, you kind of reassess when you go one time through. Yeah. And so good start that we've taken off. You know, irrelevant that they're in 3, it's just a win. So we've got to go and get the next 2 to do that. And then you kind of reassess the league of like, where are we, you know, where do you stand on the RPI? We're going down to play some tough competition this weekend. And so that's one of those that, like, it can hurt your RPI, but it can better your team. And we're all about being the best at the end. So we're excited for that opportunity.
You guys went and did a tough tournament earlier in the season as well, also on the Front Range, is that correct?
Yeah, and you know, by the second day we were down our 2 starting middles. Oh, really? So great experience, and you know, it only makes us better to have other players and get in there and get that opportunity. So. Glad to go down this weekend at full strength. Yeah. And again, we just want to challenge ourselves to continue to be better.
For sure. Do you feel like you're more prepared, especially since you're starting your full lineup for this weekend compared to the last tournament you went to?
Oh, absolutely. You know, games under your belt, a little bit more experience. Multiple players have played, so that gives us some more depth to play in a full day tournament. Mm-hmm. We're going to need some girls to play some more time during that. Opportunity to go down and rest. You know, we'll travel early, so we'll be well rested. So looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, maybe just a little bit about you, Garvey. What year or how many years have you been coaching for Eagle Valley High School?
This is my 5th year at Eagle Valley High School, 3rd as the head coach.
How are you feeling about this year's team compared to previous year's teams and your chances to make it through 2 regionals and high, hopefully, in states?
Yeah, you know, the challenge in regionals is always trying to avoid a big seed. So we're trying to be the big seed and see 2 smaller seeds. But again, their mentality right now is a group that I don't think they're afraid of another team. And so if we have to go on the road, I think they're going to be willing to say, you know, again, we're trying to make ourselves be the best team at the end. So when we get to that opportunity, I think we'll be ready for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Garvey. Good luck this weekend with the tournament, and good luck next week against Vail Mountain in Grand Junction.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Well, the Battle Mountain football team has a really big game this weekend up against the Aspen Skiers. Both teams winless, both looking for their first wins of the 2022 football season. And so this is a big game for Battle Mountain. Mark Sassy actually got the chance to talk to the team a little bit before they head out tonight.
Hey everybody, we're at Battle Mountain High School. Mark Sassy with Coach Jeff Krumloff. He goes by Coach Crum, right?
I do. I do.
And you are the assistant head coach for the Battle Mountain Huskies varsity and JV football team, right?
Yeah.
Would you say, is that
Yes,
defined right?
Yep. And defense coordinator.
And defensive coordinator.
Yep.
And when you say defensive coordinator, is that for varsity and JV?
It is. I mean, TJ calls the defense. Coach Simpson calls the defense on JV. But I put the plan together. Shoot gives it the okay, and then we move forward.
So you've been involved. Let's talk about you for a second. You've been a part of coaching with Coach Shoup for quite a while, right? Like you guys have worked together a lot, it sounds like.
I believe we started coaching together in 2008. Mm-hmm.
So that's 14 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not consistent, but we were here. We went down to Doherty, and then now when I came back up.
So you guys were both a part of Battle Mountain years ago. At the original Battle Mountain
Yes.
in Eagle Vail?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Big shift, right? With the new high school, the big field.
Yeah, it was nice to come over here, you know, but you got to love the old roots as well.
And you were telling me off camera, you drove by Homestake Peak, which is the old Battle Mountain, and you're like, there was a pile of players out there doing their thing.
There's a bunch. We're excited for the future, for sure.
There's a lot of hungry football players and families and coaches, and the energy for football here is wonderful for being a ski town community and a winter community, right? Like football, probably people wouldn't think that it's that big, but it is.
It is, and we're just trying to grow it. You know, keep it going. Biasly, it's one of the greatest games to teach these boys life lessons. So it's a lot of fun.
I think, and I want to rewind on that one too, Coach, because I get it from Coach Shoup when I talk to him. I feel it from you too. I feel it with the boys. Like football is the byproduct, right, of what you're engaging them in physically, mentally, emotionally. I mean, they're all 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old boys, and we remember what that was like. It was a confusing time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not just about run this way and stand over there and catch the ball. It's about, let's think about these decisions that are going to move you forward in life, right? It's a big piece of that.
Yeah, you know, that's our focus. That's why I love coaching with Coach Schupler, all these coaches that are on staff. You know, everybody looks at the scoreboard and it's up there for a reason, but, you know, we focus on doing things the right way and trusting the process and trusting each other. And when you do things the right way and you work hard and you have that commitment and that buy-in and that brotherhood, you know, great things can happen. So it's pretty
and you say that, right? It's sure, people look at the scoreboard all the time. Our first two games that we had Battle Mountain, they were both losses, but you're also saying, you know what, people look at the scoreboard and it's not, we're moving forward. Hopefully the next game is going to be a win, and if it's not, we're still progressing in that direction we want to progress in, right? And I mean, you get the wins up there, that's a bonus on top of what you're giving to these boys.
Correct. You know, it took me a little while to fully accept it, but at the end of the day, you're going to win or lose. And if that's what you're completely focused on,
Right.
in my opinion, I think you're doing it wrong. Again, everybody wants to win. That is obviously the focus. You know, pretty excited for tomorrow night's opportunity, but it is truly trusting the process. It's trusting each other, trusting the coaches, and having fun.
So Aspen's next up.
They are.
In Aspen.
Yep.
How did we do in Aspen last year? I'm trying to remember.
They came here. We actually started the 10th Mountain game.
That's right.
Rivalry. So right now we have the ski, and we plan on taking it to Aspen, but then coming back home with it.
But we played Aspen before the 10th Mountain thing started, right? With our away game. Didn't we play one over there in Aspen?
Last year we were home. Because
Okay.
yep.
I'm all confused. Either way, we have Aspen coming up. It is part of that mountain rivalry. There's only a few schools that are involved with that, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's really exciting. You know, their coach and Coach Schupler to put this mountain rivalry together for the 10th Mountain Division. I mean, super special. Again, we always talk that the game is bigger than us, and this is a reminder.
And it's neat also, Coach, that we have these mountain communities that are all, you know, once again, we all live in ski communities, and football is a big piece of what we do. And you guys, as coaches and as dads and parents, can find some animation and fun in the experience, right? Because that's so important. So you guys are going to go play Aspen. Aspen will come over here. There's other teams that are a part of this mountain thing. And at the end of the day, it's just fun, and you guys will laugh about it. And sure, there's a rivalry, but it's a good, healthy one.
It is, you know, and it's about that competition and understanding that, you know, no matter who you go against or what we're doing, you know, everybody's working for that common goal, and the respect of the game is through the roof. It's pretty exciting.
Thanks for all you're doing.
Thank you.
You and the coaches team.
Thank you.
Let's get those boys rolling. I got Coach Crum here with the Battle Mountain Huskies. This is the scoreboard.
We've been talking about Battle Mountain for a little bit right now on the scoreboard, but right now we're going to transition over to softball. Their softball program is kicking off this year, and although it hasn't been the most successful in terms of a record, the team is in good spirits and continuing to look forward to what the future holds. Allison Brost is joining us on the scoreboard right now.
We are here for the scoreboard with Coach Allison Brost of the Battle Mountain softball team. You guys just finished a game against Eagle Valley. How did things go?
I thought we did fantastic, and we talked to the girls after the team, and we just said, hey, like, look at where we started and look at where we came now. That score does not reflect how we played today. We could have put up another couple runs probably against them, but I'm really, really proud of just how far we've come. We were hitting our cuts. We knew where to go with the ball. You know, we could tell that our heads were in the game. It was just the little things that we need to capitalize on next time. But overall, we did fantastic. I'm so proud of them.
Between this game and the last game that I personally was able to watch, the amount of improvement has been just drastic. Is there anything in particular you guys have really been focusing on in practice?
We've really been focusing on just knowing the game better and like getting to know like our cuts. I think that's really helped us understand the game and knowing like where the base runners are going to go next. We've also been more aggressive on the bases ourselves too, and I think that has helped us in the field knowing, oh, if I'm base running, then this is what I would do, so this is what I need to do as a fielder. So it's really cool to see that transfer of them when they're getting better on offense. They're taking that and using it to their advantage on defense too. So I think that has been a huge factor, just, you know, understanding the game and just talking about it more, and they're always asking questions, which we love. So yeah, we just, you know, talking about the game and asking questions. It's great.
Looked like that particular practice was really valuable in this game. Eagle Valley, they were really impressive with stealing the bases. So good thing it paid off.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we've been playing this game at practice too. It's called two pitch, and the girls love it. It's fun for them, but it really makes them swing at pitches, and then it gives them a chance to run the bases too. And that's where we've really, I think, improved. Is we've put them in game-like situations in practice, and we've been able to see that transfer into the game. So that's been great to see.
Has that been a big challenge with a whole team of mostly new players, really just trying to get the rhythm of softball drilled in to be a competitive team?
Yeah, it definitely has. Some of our players haven't played sports before. Most of them have at least played some type of sport before, but like with the ones that haven't, we're trying to teach them, you know, this is how you act like when you make a mistake, and it's little things that we might not think about as like athletes that have grown up playing a lot. But yeah, we've talked about like the mental side of it, the obviously the skill side of it, the physical side of it. But yeah, it's been a challenge. Just like trying to figure out like what they know already and how we can build on top of that, because each girl is at such a different level. But I think we've done a really good job at figuring out, you know, what each person, their area of growth, you know, could be, and we've really tried to focus and individualize that based on what the skills that they bring and their knowledge that they bring to the game.
How did you get involved in the team as a new program?
So I actually saw the job opening. I saw the article that Carly Woodbridge about how she started the team, and I saw it the day that it came out in the Vail Daily, and I just immediately got excited, and I was like, this has been my dream for forever, is to be a head softball coach, and I was like, I'm going to apply to that immediately. And the second I saw it open, I applied and interviewed, and just very thankful that obviously it went well, and I'm here right now. It has been just insane how much the girls have impacted me, and how just the attitudes that they bring and the positivity that they bring. They're so inspiring to me, and I feel so lucky to be working with these girls, and I truly feel like the luckiest head coach. We've just got the greatest girls.
Is there a lot of enthusiasm behind the new program?
Absolutely. Yeah, we had about 40, I think, initially say that they're interested in. We had about 25 come out. So over half of them that said that they were interested ended up coming out, which was great. We were just happy that we fielded 2 teams, a varsity and a JV team. So I think as long as we keep bringing those numbers back next year, and we keep people interested in wanting to be part of this program and a close-knit team environment, I think our program is succeeding.
Any particular challenges you're facing as a coach with players from different schools?
Not too much. So we've been really relying on the Vail Christian girls. A lot of them have played competitively before, and we've really relied on them to take the girls who haven't played before under their wing, and they have that knowledge and the background of softball, and it's really cool. I think the girls really respond like peer to peer versus coach to peer, and it's been really cool to see how the girls who have that background, they've really stepped up and become leaders for us, and they've really helped us out with trying to bring those girls up to their level, and the level that we expect them to be at and want them to be at.
Awesome. So you guys, sounds like you got a nice tight-knit leadership group despite being a pretty new program.
Yeah,
fortunate thing.
Yeah, absolutely. We really focus on, a positive team environment, always bringing each other up. Our biggest thing during games, staying positive and talking in the dugout, no matter whether we're down or we're up. Always just cheering each other on, and knowing that little things, just like getting in front of a ground ball or, getting a backhand, those little things, we all count them as successes. So we like to celebrate every little thing that we can do to help our team feel successful and see the individual growth of each player.
Well, it looks like the new program couldn't be in any better hands.
Well,
thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, that will do it for today's episode of The Scoreboard. We're going to be right back here on Tuesday, just in a couple of days, to continue to follow up on all of the schools here in the Vail Valleys. For the entire Scoreboard team, I am Blake O'Rulean, and we will see you all on Tuesday.